Look at this little dog over here. Hey, Max, are we moving? Oh, I got a new apartment. Oh, he kissed me. What? YouTube, what's going on? When I went to Bungie and Activision flew me out there, I got some sit-down time with Deej. So we're going to roll that film right now. Hopefully this is the last time I'm filming from this tiny apartment. I'm packing up. I got boxes everywhere. Building a new stream space. I'm going to get a much better camera than this one right here. I'm also going to be filming a Bungie loot sack giveaway because going to Bungie a number of times, I get a lot of stuff, and some of them are duplicates. So I'm going to give them away to you guys. So without further ado, let's roll the interview with General Deej. YouTube, what's going on? It's Mesa Fail. I'm here with General Deej in the obvious Bungie Twitch Studios. So
I got promoted.
You got promoted.
I'm not
You're
General Deej.
I'm just a soldier. I'm actually not even.
I figured I was a captain at best.
A wannabe soldier. You are the general, though. I got done playing Rise of Iron today.
Yeah.
I got to play some new PvP. I got to play the new game mode.
Yes.
Called Supremacy.
Well, you're not done yet. You're just getting started. We've left plenty of things on the table for you to experience for yourself alongside your viewers and our community after the launch on September 20th. So,
awesome.
Yeah, you've just scratched the surface today.
Yes, and we played a new strike.
Yeah.
We got to see a little bit of the Plaguelands, not too much. We're saving that obviously for when Rise of Iron launches. When Rise of Iron comes out September 20th, okay?
Yes.
What are you most excited for the fans to experience? Because we know there's multiple things. You got PvP, you've got the raid, you've got the Plaguelands, strikes. What are you most excited for?
That's the great thing about it is I think Rise of Iron pays off any player of Destiny. Any way that you love to play the game, anything that you truly love about the player experience, Rise of Iron has more of those things. Personally, as a community manager, obviously, gotta say private matches.
Okay.
As a salty old clan overlord who has been playing games with people in the worlds that Bungie creates for over 10 years, I love the tribal politics that arise when different clans can come and challenge each other to a duel and see who's best, or set up their own tournaments, or come together and truly control the experience of the game for themselves.
Right.
I love that stuff. It's why I work at Bungie. It's why I led my own gaming community for as many years as I did. And using features similar to private matches, we were able to create our own personal social empires. And those are the things that make gaming truly fascinating to me. Now, beyond all of that, the Shakespearean in me, the recovering Shakespearean in me, loves the story that we're telling in this game.
Yeah.
If the Taken King was infiltrating a house of horrors to slay a demon, this is very much a knight's tale. Okay. This is a quest to restore power and to restore honor, and just the idea that every Iron Banner that you've ever competed in, every time you've ever reached rank 5 or struggled to do so and stopped just short.
I'm a solo player for PvP. I have struggled.
Okay. Well, you've got all these viewers. I'm sure there's somebody watching right now that would love to play Iron Banner with you. So, come on, man.
Yeah, so they could be top of the leaderboard?
Yeah.
They call me Bad Names McGillicutty. I call myself Bad Names McGillicutty.
Yeah, you call yourself that.
I call that.
But every time that we've ever played Iron Banner, we've been training for something epic. We've been training for something monumental and important, and Lord Saladin is finally going to point into the Plaguelands and send us in there to confront a new threat. And the stories that we're telling with Rise of Iron, personally, they hit me right in the feels. So I think people are going to dig that stuff.
Awesome.
Whether they're a fan of the Crucible or not, we're telling a really interesting story about nobility and bravery and honor and all the things that define the Guardians.
Excellent. Okay, so one of the things we can all agree on is in the April update, we saw a vast quality of life improvements.
Yeah.
Loot has been improved in terms of drops, whether you're doing strikes, whether you're doing the raid, whether you're doing PvP, Trials of Osiris.
Yeah.
It was great to see that people could not have to play with other people all the time and still get max light gear. Okay, we do know now, as of this video is being posted, the light level is 385. Will there be the same quality of life changes with Rise of Iron that you brought to the April update in terms of loot and getting? Can people find multiple ways to get to 385?
Yeah. That was one of the great things about the April update. Not only were we making Destiny a game that is more rewarding and more respectful of the time that you spend in that world, we're also giving people more avenues for those rewards. We're doing the things in the April update, we're leaving the things that we did in the April update intact.
Okay.
So Chroma is still there, Infusion is still better. There's so many different ways that you can reach the top of the light scale. Challenge of Elders is still there. The Three of Coins is still there.
It is still there, okay.
So no matter what sort of player you are, we're not reinventing the world of Destiny. We're giving you new things to do there. And that was really similarly the themes that we explored when we were talking about the April update. This is the game that you know and love. We're giving you new things to do, new ways to become more powerful, new enemies to fight.
Right.
And these are the things that people can really sink their teeth into. At the same time, we want Destiny to feel like a game that is going to honor the effort that you put into it.
Okay.
In year one, people used to ask me the question all the time. So many tweets, so many forum posts, so many random handshakes at a convention were followed with, "Hey man, how can I get a Gala Horn?" And the best answer I could give them was, "I don't know, keep playing, and when you see one of these, make sure you pick it up. Maybe it's a Gala Horn."
Yeah.
You know, the answer to the question now is, if you want a Gala Horn, go build your own. You know, you don't even need these anymore. You're going to want them because they'll lead to other things, but the Gala Horn is something that you forge on your own, and everyone's going to have a great sense of ownership and a great story to tell about their own favorite rocket launcher.
Yeah, Scott Taylor mentioned in an interview that it is a difficult quest. It's not like we pre-ordered, we're going to do a simple quest, and we all have Gala Horns. No, we have to fight for it.
Yeah.
One quick thing, you mentioned about Three of Coins. I'm saving all of my exotic items, okay? Now, I'm imagining, because it's a new expansion, it will decrypt into old gear. I get that. Any chance that or you can comment, I have to rephrase this here, that those exotic items may give higher light based on the April update smart loot system, or are those pretty much time-stamped? Can you comment to that?
I can comment on that, although I do like to let the game make its own promises about the progression system. So what I tell you at this time is go ahead and, if you're where you want to be right now, if you're hoarding your engrams, go ahead and do that. I would say that if you're holding on to resources that could make you more powerful now, use those things.
Yeah.
You still have a game to play here. Reach the top of the light system. Reach the top of the progression system. You still have all summer long, or the rest of this summer. God, it's feeling close. It's getting close.
Very close.
You still have a number of weeks to reach the top of the progression system, to reach max light, to get your Guardian powerful and ready to go. So do those things. If you have things left over in reserve, we don't want Destiny to be a game where you waste things. So hang on to them. We'll see how the Cryptarch behaves after you arrive in the tower, ready to fight on September 20th.
I don't have a problem with the Crypt. I have a problem with Lord Shaxx. He refuses to give me a Grimm Citizen or a Zombie Apocalypse, and I have gotten...
Or a Shadow Price.
I finally got two of them, and I love it. Love it. It's a great roll on it. Grimm Citizen cannot get... I've gotten longbows out the wazoo. I've gotten 3 really good longbows. Cannot get a Grimm Citizen or a Zombie Apocalypse. So.
Keep playing Destiny.
I'll keep grinding.
Yeah, Lord Shaxx doesn't answer to me.
Okay.
That's why I tell you I'm not a general.
Okay, so this question, when The Taken King came out, it was kind of the first time we had a explorable area with a lot more secrets, okay, and a lot more chests, and you had to sit in this one room and get an essence of something and then run to get that chest.
Yeah.
Are you taking the same approach with the Plaguelands in terms of explorability, things to find? Not the same as a Dreadnought, but meaning like the same kind of theme in terms of looking for things and secrets that we have to figure out.
Yeah, it's not the same theme. It's the same player experience.
Okay.
And the words you just used define what we think Destiny is.
Yeah.
Exploration, discovery. There's new resources to collect. There are new rituals that you can participate in to make your Guardian more powerful. Like I said before, the Taken King always kind of reminded me of this house of horrors. This house of mysteries and secrets and old treasures locked away in chests. What you see in the form of the Plaguelands is a landscape that has been forever transformed by this new threat. And understanding how those things can be fought, understanding how you can become more powerful with the rituals that will happen there. Now, the themes of Rise of Iron are all about restoring the Iron Lords to power, honoring their memories, honoring their legacies. I mean, we've said flat out that the way you're going to build your Gala Horn is to recover those lost shards of armor, those lost artifacts, and to craft those things into your own Gala Horn. Now, obviously, Destiny is an action game, so when I use a word like craft, I don't want you to think about having to go to the workbench and do some meticulous thing. But really, it's a matter of fighting to gather these resources and then convert them into something awesome.
Yeah.
So we always want players to feel like Destiny is a world that you can spend a lot of time in. You're not just rushing from waypoint to waypoint, shooting things, and then pulling the lever at the end.
It's immersive.
It's immersive. There's plenty of things you can do there. You get get to be the writer of your own story. You're the captain of your own adventure, and the way you spend your time in that world will reward you in different ways. Now, spelling all of that out for you wouldn't be any amount of fun.
No,
because this is a new territory. Yeah, it's a new wild frontier for you to go in there and see how you want to plunder those treasures. And making these discoveries on your own is a huge part of the player experience, which is why I got to step into the playtest lab a couple of times today and
you
say,
did?
yeah, you remember, you were there, and I was like, oh, so those of you who are playing today might have seen this, or you might have seen that. We're going to keep that a secret.
Yeah.
We're going to let the players be their own personal heroes and discover those things for themselves. That's, in our mind, a huge, huge component of Destiny. So when anytime anybody says to me, it's like, why are you always so vague? Why don't you just come out and tell us what we want to know? It's because
you can't.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm handcuffed here. It's not like I have duct tape wrapped around my pasty face. I love it when players figure something out for themselves, and they're the first ones to raise their hand on the internet and say, I know how this works now, and everyone else says, tell us how. That's what makes this community so interesting. That's why when certain voices in the community become loud because they're saying something that other people want to know, that there are more interesting people in the community than the people who work at Bungie and can tell you everything that we created.
Okay. Gotcha. One last funny question. See, we're both fellow warlocks, brother. I'm Future Warcult. Why Dead Orbit? They're so morbid.
Yeah, but they're also very mysterious. They've got a great color palette,
The shaders are okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you come upstairs? There's a reason why Dead Orbit's in the basement. Future Warcult's upstairs. Why don't you come in for the win?
What color is the shirt you're wearing right now?
Black.
Can you get that from Future Warcult?
No, I can't.
Aren't you walking around wearing a purple shirt?
Nineveh. Am I saying that right? Nineveh is my favorite shader from Future Warcult. The other ones, okay, he does have it. They got some of the best weapons, I think. Anyway, Deej, thank you so much for your time right here. Guys, Rise of Iron, September 20th. We also learned today that the raid will be available that Friday. We don't know the time or anything. Make sure you keep it locked in here. I'll be streaming it live, obviously, and that's it. Drop a like on this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter, and make sure to check my stream. Usually on YouTube, and that's it. We're out of here like Vladimir.